Hello, hello. Okay, it's okay for to the sound. Okay. So, well, excuse me with the little delay. There's a quart d'heure more delay. Donc, okay. I'm very happy. It's a pleasure and an honor to receive you in this conference, this 15th conference of the International Forum on Urbanism, IFoU. It's a hybrid conference, but you are a lot of participants to have here on site, but we are followed from participants online also. So, we will just start this opening part of the activities. I will present you the intervent. Michael Van Doos is the chairman of IFoU network and also a professor of the Technological University of Delft. So he will speak after me. And then also we have with us Catherine Schmitz. He's an associate director of the School of Architecture and Landscape of Bordeaux, which we thanks also our school to allow to be this international conference. At the other intervenant, he's coming with the other event we made in parallel. José Serrano, he will speak about the Apero event. He will come at 9:30. So, Michael, perhaps. Okay, thank you.
Well, thank you, Carlos. Well, I'm a bit overwhelmed to see so many people live. Without making the people online jealous. It's already great to have so many people in one room. Thank you so much for coming, also for the people online, of course. I'm chairing the scientific board of the IFoU. We're the International Forum on Urbanism, and this is already our 15th conference we organized. And in those conferences, we met all people that are active in the field of urbanism around the world. So we started our first conference in Beijing and went to Singapore, Latin America, Europe, etc., etc. So, but this is the first time we come to France. And Carlos, thank you so much for inviting us, and thank you so much for organizing this with us and for us. That's really appreciated by our organization. Maybe a small note, Forum on Urbanism. Urbanism is, of course, more than urban design. Urbanism is, of course, a combination of urban design, spatial planning, and landscape architecture. So it's a very broad field, transdisciplinary, and it's interesting to work in, and it's very nice to see that also new students are interested in this broad field, because due to his context and his content, it's very much related to the task we're standing for, namely a sustainable development for the built environment. That's why I really like the topic of this year of the Bordeaux National School of Architecture and Landscape. Good place to be. And in the topic you see that combination, of course, of the needed ecological transition towards a sustainable future, and of course very much related also to education. Maybe you didn't see it yet, but I'm one of the more older generation, and I think it's so important that next generations pick up the importance of this working on this transition. So thank you very much, Carlos, for organizing, and I wish you all a pleasant conference.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Michael. So, Catherine, it's up to you.
Thank you. Unfortunately, Camille Zwinigrowski, our director, wasn't able to be here today due to badly controlled sport exploits. You'll see her maybe. I'm Catherine Schmitz, deputy director, and I want to express our great pleasure to host the 15th IFoU conference in our school, the Bordeaux National School of Architecture and Landscape. It's an honor to welcome you and discuss about our shared interest for ecological transition. This conference focuses on an essential theme for an educational and research institution on architecture, urban design, landscape architecture, like our school. It's a theme dictated by emergency in the context of ecological transition, which is manifesting itself more harshly every day through the planet. Welcoming you is an honor and a pleasure because of the diversity of your topics, your disciplinary fields, and your website and your field sites. You're coming from different approaches: geography, urban design, urban and regional planning, architecture, landscape planning, ecology, data science, all of which allowing transversal approaches and point of views. At last but not least, you're approaching the ecological transition as a global problem on the basis of local case studies in Africa, Asia, Europe, North and South America. And this diversity of fieldworks is a key to distinguish what is local and what is global. Well, I'm trying to shorten. So I'm going to remind you, even though I'm sure you know it, our context. According to the ABC, the Global ABC report, building and construction accounts for 37% of related CO2 emissions. And this trend is going to peak in the coming decades and we are going to know unprecedented waves of urbanization. The problem is that urbanization is going to occur in countries mostly uncontrolled by mandatory regulations, building regulations. All these elements are alarming, but we are also a part of the solution, as there are six sectors which are contributing to the 1.5 Celsius degree we have to limit. Building, transport, industry, energy, nature and food. So obviously we're in the field of building and transport and nature. And this is the backdrop of our teaching practices. It is an urgency to educate architects, landscape architects and builders on these issues. So we have to teach new skills, new ways of addressing these questions. What are those skills? Obviously to better understand the sites and their resources, to design, once those contexts are understood, to do projects that are especially and technically creative, to plan and manage landscapes. To do so, students who work collaboratively with all the people and the stakeholders. They should position themselves in the fields of architecture and landscape. They have to get tools to communicate with different people, skilled or unskilled, in the field or not. If I were to summarize this rich toolkit, I would say that we aim to develop curiosity, political awareness, and technical knowledge, three qualities that should allow architects and landscape architects to adapt to a changing world. Let's get more precise on our teaching agenda. We have to tackle different levels of application, at the level of the building, where we need to teach students about frugality, the level of town centers that we have to reconquest in order to avoid urban sprawl, the level of cities where we have to integrate environmental factors. For instance, rainwater should be an ally more than an enemy, in reference to the Chinese sponge city. Lastly, at the level of territory. So what kind of principles should be shared? What kind of tools and methods? More collaboration and interdisciplinarity, obviously. I make it short. Cross-cultural experiences, and technical tools that will be employed in a mix to ancient knowledge, probably. Well, we are all aware of our unconsciousness. Now it's up to us to contribute to the change of the world, and it's our responsibility to contribute to its ability. I wish you very strong debates.
Okay, thank you, Catherine. Thank you a lot. Joseph Ferron is here?
Yes.
Okay, you can perhaps introduce the apéro event, and after you, I'm going to finish.
Can I speak in French? Oh, sorry. No French?
Tac.
No, English.
English? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm José Serrano. I'm a full professor in planning. I'm going to introduce les journées doctorales de l'apéro. It's a day which is dedicated to the presentation of work of PhD students in planning. And it's a pleasure to receive these students, because it's an important moment for us to see the scope of research which is done on issues like transition and adaptation of the cities because of climate change. And it's also an opportunity to help the students to improve their work and to show and to receive feedback about their work on the field of planning and transition and adaptation of the cities. So for them, it's a step to improve their work, and also to share their work, and also to develop a network. It's the beginning of maybe a new career for academics, and also it's an occasion, an opportunity for them to start their network and to start collaboration with other PhD students or other academics. And also we are pleased to be received here, because they can also meet people from the architect field, and I think it's also an opportunity to have a broader view of their work and to make an exchange with people of other disciplines. Thank you for attention. I am a bit disturbed, I'm sorry.
No, thank you very much. It's important to ask, because as you saw in the program, this IFoU conference is also organized in parallel with the apéro international meetings we share. So this conference, and tomorrow we share a conference in the IFoU building, okay? Mm-hmm. So I'm going just to finish, because we have we have in Richard. We have sorry. Just okay. I would like to speak. Well, this is the topics, but you know them. So I'm just commenting the program. It's important to talk about. So the 3-day program, okay? We have the conference of keynote speakers, Chana Rivedin and Jin Yu Tzu, who are coming soon. Then we have a coffee break. At 11:30, between 11:30 and 1, we have an activity. It's called School of Excellence and Transfer Forum. We have one today and another one tomorrow. And in this little forum, we have intervention, two interventions online or on site from different universities in the top rank on the world. And we have a debate after that about how this university treat the theme of the conference. So we have today, donc, with Michael Van der Ost is here, and Shiqiang Meng from the National University of Singapore. After that, we have a lunch break, 1 hour. And the afternoon, we have the parallel sessions. You have a very online and on-site interesting papers you sent to us. So we have the 4 sessions, 2 parallel sessions here in the 2nd floor, okay? At the end of the afternoon at 7:30, okay, 7:30 p.m., we have a reception at the City Hall of Bordeaux. We will be received by the Deputy Mayor charge of urban planning, who will participate also in the conference tomorrow. So you have the address in the mail we send you, okay? Tomorrow, in the morning, it's not here, but between 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock, we share the conference with the Apéro Open Conference, with the 2 keynote speakers, Dominique Gossan-Muller and Bernard Blanc. Okay, and after that, between 11 and 11:30, with the students, we are coming out to the university here, to the NSAP, so it's important to follow the students. And we have the same organization as today, with the School of Excellence Forum number 2, the lunch break, and then the parallel sessions, okay? And the last day, Friday, we have visit 4 field trips. Depends we choose. So you have by mail the meeting appointment, the place, and then we at 3 p.m. All activities are in Arc en Rêve, so in the central town. After the visit, we are going with animator accompanying people to Arc en Rêve, and all the activities will be there. Will be the keynote speakers conference, Tatiana Snyder and Paola Vigano, and at the end we have the end of the activities of the Congress and a cocktail. So, well, you have this program here and by mail. So, of course, if there's any question, don't hesitate to talk to us. Okay. So, well, just we respect the time very good because it's 9:40. Donc, okay. So I think Jana, you are here. I'm going to stop